Our key demands to the UK government are to stop their empty words and their empty condemnations and pull their finger out and enact sanctions on Israel and its leaders. There's leaders and people in the military who have committed war crimes. They need to be held to account. We need the court cases of the ICJ and the ICC supported. We need the protection of the freedom to protest in the UK.
And all military and intelligence cooperation with Israel. And all military and intelligence cooperation with Israel.
The main thing, though, is to stop arming Israel. It's unbelievable that in a genocide, British factories are making parts to help the genocide, and there's also military cooperation between the UK and Israel, and it's just unacceptable.
And we also want a full end to military and intelligence cooperation with the State of Israel. It's all well and good to talk about ending the sale of F-35 parts to Israel. Does that really mean much if we're continuing to operate spy flights from Cyprus? We believe the UK is complicit in genocide not only because of its material support for the State of Israel. Britain has, with the exception of some very mild condemnation, ideologically backed the State of Israel's genocidal assault on Palestinians to the absolute hilt. And this is the support that we're identifying, as well as the military support.
I guess right from October 23, we heard that there are no innocents in Gaza. We heard that we're dealing with human animals. We have to act accordingly. We heard that they were going to stop food, aid, water, everything coming in. And, we've been seeing that play out. There's plenty of members in the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, who just say openly that they want the Palestinians gone. And we're seeing an incredible amount of people killed. Many innocent men, innocent women, innocent children. And it's quite clear that the policy is not a targeted campaign against the military target. They want to get rid of the Palestinians, and it's clear.
As a Jewish movement, I think many of us in Naamod are used to being accused of being fake Jews, of being traitors, of being, capos. And I think we just know that what we're fighting for, which is ultimately justice and peace and human rights, is much more important than name-calling or accusations. It's incredibly important that we as a Jewish movement use our power as Jewish people in the UK to hold our own institutions to account. I mean, who better to hold these institutions to account than people who are very often raised in them, know them intimately, and understand that for many of these people, they've been raised to be indoctrinated into an ethno-nationalist politics. We believe it's incredibly important for us to not only hold them to account, but to reach out to the people there and take them through this process of unlearning so they can come with us towards a future that is dependent upon liberation for everyone, not just for a few people. I think today's demonstration is significant because this is the largest mass mobilization of Jewish people in the UK in a pro-Palestinian space. The last demo that we organized that was anything close to these numbers was in November 2023, and now, we had over 1,000 people out here with us calling for sanctions on the State of Israel, and I think that really shows the strength of feeling within the Jewish community to call for an end to this horror, to the atrocities.
But more and more leaders in the community are speaking out and saying what's happening is unacceptable. People's minds are changing. Unfortunately, facts on the ground are so horrific that people can no longer deny what's happening. Yeah, we're just seeing less and less pushback is what I would say. I mean, certain leaders, I would say, look, the chief rabbi, the board of deputies, if we can even call them leaders at this point, I would say a leader has moral courage. I would say a leader tells the truth. But these kind of so-called leaders of the Jewish community, they disagree with us, but they're going to become irrelevant. I think this demonstration is important because, we're Jews from the UK, and we're also Israelis based in the UK, organising this together. There's Naamod, which is a UK-based Jews, and then there's Mi-neged, which are Israelis who are living in the UK. And there's two separate organizations that come together to do this protest. I think that's really important because so many of the arguments for the continuation of the genocide rest on protecting the safety of Jews in the diaspora and Jews in Israel. And we're people here who care very much about the safety of our family, of ourselves, of our friends. And we say, no, genocide is not good. It's just never acceptable. There is no reason to be doing this. It is just unacceptable. We need to end oppression. We need to end apartheid. We need to end the state of affairs where Israel is committing a genocide, because that's not making us safe. Collective action, solidarity, that makes us safe. And so we need to link arm in arm with everyone really, and just say no to the killing. No to the killing, no to the oppression, no to the apartheid.